Fantastic defensive display, if you want to call it that, from Arsenal. Very, very professional game of football. Absolutely fantastic result at the Bernabéu Stadium. Cauldron put the lid on. Rice cooks with the lid on. That was so true tonight. Declan Rice was absolutely immense. What a performance from not only Declan Rice, the whole team. The whole fucking team was brilliant to a man. There was a silly little mistake from William Saliba that gifted Real Madrid their equaliser just after Saka had scored, redeeming himself from missing the penalty earlier on in the game. But Saka redeemed himself. William Saliba, little lap of concentration. Vinicius Jr. slips in behind the ball he received from David Raya. Dilly-dallies on the ball a little bit. Vinicius Jr. nicks it off him, scores an equaliser. Then right at the end, Martinelli seals it. 2-1 at the Bernabéu. 5-1 on aggregate. What a result. We go to the semi-finals to play PSG. And I'm so proud of the team. Declan Rice was immense tonight. Brilliant. And the reason why Myles Lewis-Skelly is on the little thumbnail I made is because 18 years old. And he played like he's already played about 1,000 games of football. He was unbelievable. Ball carrying, passing, tackling, defending, playing long balls. He was, for me, it's very hard to pick a man of the match for me tonight. And the main contenders of it is Declan Rice and Myles Lewis-Skelly. Both of them. Julian Timber's got a shout as well. Brilliant, brilliant performance from him. Martin Odegaard, I'll slag him off. I've been slagging him off most of the season. He even had a decent game tonight. Everyone to a man. And Thomas Partey, little bit of a silly, cynical foul right at the end, getting booked. So he misses the first leg. He misses the first leg against Paris Saint-Germain. It's going to be a huge miss. But as long as it weren't Declan Rice, who nearly got a yellow card. Bro, say my name. Abumon. Abumon. Have I said it right? I don't know. But anyway, Declan Rice does get booked in that game for bringing down Kylian Mbappe, who actually dived. He dived, and after 7 minutes or so of VAR intervention, the penalty doesn't get given, and Declan Rice's yellow card rescinded. So he can play in the semi-final, in the first leg. But Thomas Partey is not going to be able to make that semi-final for getting booked late on. And even Declan Rice said to him, basically, what are you doing? Why did you do it? There's seconds left or minutes left. It was cynical. It was stupid. Tempers are flaring. Bellingham and Rice having a little tussle, a bit of needle. I enjoyed that. Abumon, bro, I am in India. Happy days in India. Welcome to the Arsenal Alliance show. Subscribe to the channel. Stick a like on the video if you like it, especially if you're an Arsenal fan. If you're an Arsenal fan, stick a like on the video. What did you all think of the game? It was for me, it was brilliant. I said on the preview earlier on this evening that a way that Arsenal could go about their business is play like we did against Man City earlier on in the season with 10 men in that second half. Just defend and try and hit them on the counter. We seem to have done that quite a lot. Declan Rice has got the man of the match Champions League little trophy thing there, standing next to Myles Lewis-Skelly. The two players I said earlier on, as I started this stream, that I couldn't choose between who will be man of the match. Let's go through the squad. David Raya didn't really have much to do. He was unlucky. He rolled the ball out to Saliba. I'm blaming Saliba for that, not David Raya. When Vinicius Jr. equalised, nicking the ball off of him. It's like his awareness, his concentration just drifted for a minute. That weren't David Raya's fault. So in my opinion, David Raya gets a standard 8. Julian Timber at right back gets a 9 for me, 9 out of 10. Hello, Manchester's Blue, how you doing? What a game for Arsenal tonight. Julian Timber gets a 9. William Saliba, that little mess up he made, I was going to give him an 8. 8.5, 8.5, but I've got to drop that down because it was his fault. We conceded an equaliser, so I'm dropping him down to a 7.5. Kiwior, standard, solid 8, brilliant. Didn't put a foot wrong. Calmly headed one towards David Raya right near the end there. Calmly headed it back so David Raya could catch it. Standard 8. Myles Lewis-Skelly, for me, 9.5 out of 10. Brilliant, brilliant performance. Declan Rice just gets the 9. I think because of his age, he showed a lot of composure, Myles Lewis-Skelly. So he just nicked the man of the match for me. Declan Rice, 9. Thomas Partey, 8.5 because of the cynical challenge right at the end, getting booked. Martin Odegaard, I'm going to give him a 7.5, and I think I'm being generous there. He was decent, but he wasn't putting up no trees. He had a much better game than what he did in recent weeks. Played a lot better. So for me, yeah, I'm going to give him a 7.5. On the right-hand side, Bukayo Saka gets a standard 8. He misses the penalty. That's why he's dropped points, but he does redeem himself and gets the first goal to put us 1-0 up. So he gets that. Over on the left-hand side, Martinelli gets a winning goal right at the end. So for me, an 8.5, possibly 9, but 8.5. I'm going to say 8.5. He did have a good battle down that left-hand side. Up front, Moreno, 7.5. They're my match ratings. Put yours in the chat, man. Put what you think in the chat. I want to stick around for a few minutes. I'm going to see how many people come in. I want to see what everyone thought of the game and the tactical wise. The tactics were spot on. Mikel Arteta, the manager's ratings, 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for Mikel Arteta tonight. I've got to give him his flowers. Don't forget, stick a like on the video. 8 years watching, stick a like on the video. Let it go out, let other people watch it. I know there's probably going to be loads of channels doing these reactions. There's going to be a lot of Arsenal channels. There's a lot of Arsenal channels out there in YouTube. I've seen loads of them. I'm subscribed to a dozen of them or so myself. So I know there's a lot of Arsenal channels. But I'm happy and I appreciate that a few of you have come to watch my one. Big yourselves up for that. Do you think I should watch the highlights? Manchester is blue. It's up to you. If you like watching Arsenal, if you like watching a team like Real Madrid that just kept trying at us, trying to have a go at us. They was doing a lot of crossing into the box, coming to no avail. We was nutting everything away. Kiwior for me as well. I mean, he steps up. He stepped up into Gabriel Magalhaes' shoes. Both games against Real Madrid, he never put a foot wrong. Proud of him as well. Polish international. Slag him off normally. Panic when he's in the team. But he's proved something to me. He's proved that he can do it. Maybe not in the long term, you know. There might be a little bozo gene pop up every now and again with him. But that happened to Saliba tonight, and he's a Rolls-Royce defender. You know, he don't often make mistakes, but sometimes you do. But I think for a backup to Gabriel, I'm not going to be so worried if it happens again for Gabriel. We just got to find that perfect backup for Saliba. We've got to find a backup like Kiwi. I hope he stays now. I really do. Oh, your friend supports Madrid. Yeah, well, it was Madrid kept having a go, kept knocking at the door, but Arsenal kept nutting everything away, and we dealt with them. Professional performance, proper, solid second leg game. You know, we're 3-0 up in the first leg. We don't need to go mad. We don't need to get goals. We just need to stay strong, solid, and that is exactly what we did. Salim, Ali, come to you too. Celia, Diane, Salim Ali, come. That means, what does that mean? It means, hello, how are you, doesn't it? Yeah, it means I'm fine, I hope you're well. I know there's a response to that phrase, but I can't think of it. But big yourself up as well. Arsenal fan, are you an Arsenal fan? What did you think of the performances? Let's have some comments about the performances tonight. I can't listen to the pundits. I don't want to listen to the pundits. Martin Keown's talking there, but I've got my own thoughts and my own opinions about what happened tonight. Ask me some questions. Ask me anything you want in the chat about the game. Let's get this chat going. Let's get this content flowing. Let's get some questions. There's a few of you watching. There's 10 of you in, or 7 of you now in the chat. Let's get some questions going. Let's go. Let's go, guys. I was just so proud of the boys. So proud. Bro, I am Kurdish. Big yourself up. Big yourself up. You're an Arsenal fan. Are you sorry. James Lowell's in the chat. What did you think of the game, mate? What you said 2-1. You did. What's the score prediction? James Lowell, good friend of the channel, is in the chat now, and he predicted a 2-1. I predicted a 2-2 draw, as we called it, a Desmond 2-2. James predicted a 2-1. What a prediction! Brilliant. I couldn't see it. at the start of the game, but pre-match. I couldn't see it, but what did you think of that performance? So proud, exactly, James. I couldn't. What about Myles Lewis-Skelly? 18 years old. 18. What a performance from him. He gets my man of the match. Declan Rice gets it, but in all, Declan Rice over the 2 legs, especially the 2 free kicks, goals, amazing. And today he was clearing up, mopping up everything. He played the 6, the 8, the 10. He was everywhere. Declan Rice was amazing. The reason why I give it my man of the match to Myles Lewis-Skelly is because obviously of his age. 18 years old, and he played like a seasoned pro that had played 1,500 games or something, you know what I mean? Goodbye, Salia, Diane. Goodbye, bro. God bless you. Listen, James, stick a like on the video for us, man. There's only 1 like and there's 12, 15 people watching. Come on, you Gooners from the Philippines. Excellent game. Marlon, Sebastian, big yourself up, bro. A Gooner all the way from the Philippines watching me in London. Big yourself up, bro. Blinding result, eh? Blinding result. I can't get over it. I'm so happy. We're in a semi-final for the first time in how long? I don't even know, mate. I don't even know how long. I couldn't tell you. James Lowe was saying we had their number. They had no idea. Ninja tried to be dirty and got injured. Yes, he did. He tried to get Declan Rice sent off, in my opinion, and I'm glad it got rescinded. He got booked initially, a yellow card. But why didn't he get booked for diving? Mbappe. He should have got booked for diving, and he wound up getting injured right at the end of the game. He got his just desserts. Ninja Turtle. Yeah, I know what you mean, bro. I know. I've heard him being called that before. This is the guy in the chat. He's calling Mbappe the ninja. Looks like a Ninja Turtle. He does. He called Ten Hag, the Man United manager at the time. It was so good. It made me laugh. It made me laugh for weeks. It still makes me laugh now. Called him the Pandan Pep. And that was one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life, man. I told everyone down the pub. Everyone thought it was amazing. They was laughing their heads off. So you're proper popular down the pub, James. My local, anyway. There's a load of Arsenal fans in there. And that was hilarious, man. It was brilliant. Let's get some comments in the chat. Let's get some questions in the chat. I want some reaction. What do you think of the game? Who was your man of the match, James? Anyone in the chat? Who was your man of the match? Casper Lasana, Arsenal for life. I think you mean there, obviously. I'm so happy. It's cheered me right up. I had a bloody, a tough day today. You know when you have a tough day and you're thinking You got people on the preview as well, when I done a preview earlier, saying, what if they go 2-0? What if it's 2-0 at half time to Madrid? And you're thinking, oh man, there's a lot of negativity. And I just think, you know, let's try and be a little bit more positive. And yeah, it wound up being we smashed them, mate. We absolutely smashed. I love Arsenal more, says Casper Lasana. I'm coming, says James Lau. DXR in the chat. I ain't seen you for a little while. How you doing, sir? We are Real Madrid's bogey team. Yeah, they haven't beat us. I don't think they've ever beat us, have they? Remember the last time we went to the Bernabéu, I can never say it. Was it the last time we was out there? It was 1-0, wasn't it? Was it Thierry Henry got the goal, I think. John Collins in the chat. How you doing, John? What a great win. Mustard. Brilliant game. Do you know what? I also thought Aston Villa's game yesterday was brilliant. They was unlucky against PSG. I would have liked to have played them in the semi-finals. That would have been a good game. I think wouldn't have had to travel far either. Saka for you. You think Saka was man of the match? Only got what? Only got leg missed pen and still scores. Only got one leg, do you mean? Yeah. Well, he picked himself up from that, and he's still like, he didn't let it get to him, did he? His head didn't go down or anything like that. He redeemed himself by getting the first goal. He really did, absolutely. Marlon Sebastian from the Philippines. Arsenal fan since the 90s here for life. Ups and downs, absolutely. I've been an Arsenal fan since 88, 89 season. I was more into boxing back when I was young. But 88, 89 season, that was the first year. And we won the league that year at Anfield 2-0. Needed to win the league by 2 goals on goal difference, and we done it, man. What a day that was. My brother's a Liverpool fan, by the way. We both watched that game together. It was on a Friday night. I remember it well, like it was yesterday, man. But it was 89, a long time ago, bro. Nice to meet you too. Nice to speak to you in the chat, Cabba. Yeah, man, they got Cook, says DXR. Yeah, one leg. Marlon Sebastian, cheers, yes. Big yourself up, bro. Arsenal fan since the 60s, John Collins. Arsenal fan since the 60s, yes, I know. Good to see you back in the chat. Not seen you for a while either. I want to know, who's your man? Let's get your man of the matches. Who's your man of the match? Don't forget, just click that like button, the thumbs up for us. There's only 4 likes on the video. Let's get some likes. Man of the matches, guys. Man of the matches. I've gone for Myles Lewis-Skelly. James in the chat's gone for Saka. I've not heard anybody else say any names, big up any names yet. Declan Rice was awarded it by TNT. Give Lee a like. He's a proper fella. Thank you, James. Thank you very much, sir. Proper geezer, isn't I? Proper. I'm over the moon, mate. I've already done my match. What do you call them? Ratings, player ratings. I was watching Skelly'd. Was he doing a watch along for this game? Was he doing a watch? Was he hating on Arsenal? Perhaps he won't hate on Arsenal. I mean, you see a few of these channels. Skelly'd's a good guy, man. I've watched his channel before. He's a Man United fan, isn't he? But I see the hater streams, I call them. You know, when the other fans stream Arsenal games and they really want Arsenal to lose. Especially that Liverpool fan. What's his name? Is it Hussam? Yeah, he's a Liverpool fan. He's devastated when Arsenal win when he streams our games. No, I see he's a good guy. Gives Arsenal props. Yeah, I've seen him. I see the turnout as well. You know, with Julian, I saw that. They was on Skelly'd's channel when he was wearing a badge. You know, I don't want to say too much about it because I want to keep this football, but it was a bit rude, and he got put in his place. Julian Skelly, big up Skelly, yeah, man. Send props to him as well, sticking up for himself. It was good. Manchester is Blue is saying Leo goals. What do you mean Leo goals, bro? Leo Messi? What do you mean? Leo goals. Not sure what you mean there, brother. It's just showing the replay of Saka's missed penalty. What was he doing? Let's have a little think about it. Do you know what? When the penalty was given and Odegaard picked the ball up, I was thinking, oh, drop me out. Please. Oh, I don't want Odegaard to take the pen. And then when he handed it over to Saka, I thought, yes, come on, Saks. Come on. And then he goes and does a lazy little, he just tries to, like, you know, embarrass the goalkeeper. But that's Courtois, one of the best keepers there's ever been. You ain't going to embarrass him like that. As Adam McCoy said in commentary, if he'd have hit it straight down the middle like that, he might have had a better chance. But he tried to place it softly into the left-hand corner. Courtois just sticks his hand up and saves it. So, you know, but he does redeem himself. Defensively, we was excellent, says AFC always in the chat. How are you? AFC is everywhere, I should say, is in the chat. How are you, sir? I'm over the moon, mate. It was brilliant. Who's your man of the match? Give me a man of the match, AFC. Declan Rice was unplayable tonight. And last week. But tonight as well, he was unplayable. The way, you've got to give props where they're due, AFC always. I know you're an Arteta out, man. I mean, I'm not bothered anymore. But you've got to give him his due. He technically, Arteta got it spot on tonight. James Lau, Saka is top calibre guy to come back mentally from that schoolboy error with the penalty. Quality man of the team, yeah. Absolute. One sec. Got a little bit of a runny nose again. No, Raya didn't make a lot of saves, mate. Yeah, he hardly had anything. He had done a few punch outs from the corners. He caught a few. There was nothing major. He didn't make any. Courtois had to make more saves. We had more shots on target, I believe. What I remember, I ain't seen the stats, but from what I can remember, but we was defensively, mate. It was to a man. Kiwior, who I was nervous about last week and this week, amazing. AFC always is giving Declan Rice. Yeah, he got TNT giving the man of the match, but my personal man of the match is Myles Lewis-Skelly. It's just because of the age thing, and you know it's very close between him and Declan. Really, Declan maybe, yeah, he deserved it, but I'm just siding with him because I just think the maturity for such a young player just tipped it for me. AFC always just tips it for me. Arteta just got Don Carlo the sack. The fans ain't going to have it, mate. They don't take too kindly to getting beat, do they? Yeah, it would surprise me if he's sacked in the morning. I don't know. I haven't checked the Spanish league. Are they fighting for the title? They must be. They must be because they've got like the front three. Mbappe. Is it Vinicius Junior? Was it Rodrigo? Or was he? Is he? I can't remember. Anyway, the front three. They said they got 65 goals between them. Just them front three. So they're scoring plenty of goals, but they're getting done as well at the back. I know Camavinga was suspended, but he played last week. We scored more goals last week. Who was the? They've got some of their defenders. Their best defenders are out. Wasn't it a William Saliba error? Yeah, Raya rolled the ball out to Saliba. He got caught dithering on the ball. Vinicius Junior nicked the ball off him and scored straight away. It was better. I don't even think it was 2 minutes after Saka scored for Arsenal. So it was it went 1-0 Arsenal, Saka, and then like 2 minutes later, straight away it was 1-1, and then at the end Martinelli. How fast is Martinelli? How fast can he run, that boy? He's brilliant. Skelly's composure is ridiculous. That's what I'm talking about. AFC always. That's why I just felt that for me, Myles Lewis-Skelly was man of the match just for that reason, bro. Only downfall is that Party will miss the semi-final. I said that at the end. I took out a point. I done my player ratings. I done them off the top of my head as I was calling out the players' names, so I didn't write nothing down. So I wouldn't be able to. I can't remember exactly what I'll give everybody now because I can't. I don't want to say, oh yeah, I'll say them all over again and get the 0.5 bit different wrong or whatever. You know what I mean? But I did take half a point off of Thomas Partey for that fucking stupid challenge right at the end. They're getting booked and then missing the first leg. When is that? Is that in about 4 weeks' time or something, isn't it? Manchester's Blue is saying Rafinha. Rafinha. What do you mean Rafinha? The player? Yeah. What about him, mate? Yeah, I was a bit annoyed by that, but it had a little bit of needle, didn't it? Bellingham and Rice. There's a little bit of needle in there between who was the fullback? He went off. Both fullbacks went off. I can't remember. Alba, was it Alba and Saka? There was a bit of needle there. There's a little bit, but it's all right having it. But when you get booked for it, right at the death like that, all he had to do was just say nothing, and and they just ride it. I'm glad that Declan Rice's car got rescinded. I've said it earlier. Mbappe should have been bloody carded for diving, really. But look how long it took. It's the first time I've seen in the Champions League or in any European competition when I've watched a game that the VAR took so long to make a decision and then sent the ref over to the screen. If they couldn't make their mind up, why didn't they just tell the ref to go and have a look after a couple of minutes? You don't need to take that long to say, ref, go and have a look yourself. We can't make our minds up. You give a penalty, but we don't really think it is. And we keep watching it. Just go and have another look at it. It shouldn't have to take that long. James is saying Don Carlo must be burning his lucky cardigan after that. Crystal Palace 0, Newcastle 5. Yeah, that was flashing up on my phone during the game, bro. Yeah, I did know that. I saw that. But Newcastle having a late run for top 4, aren't they? You never know what might happen there. Forest have lost a couple of games. They could. You never know. Forest, I thought, was going to be up our arses a little bit. We drew our last 2 games, Brentford and Everton. But Forest have lost 2. So, they had a chance. If they'd have won them 2 games, they could have been, perhaps even in front of us by a point, maybe. I can't work it out quickly on my head. But, yeah, they probably would have been. We were playing with 10 men because of Odegaard. He was shit. I thought he had a better game this week than last week. But he's still not doing the right, is he? He's still not the right levels. I think he's in trouble in the summer, AFC always. I know he keeps picking him because he might just keep picking him because he's captain. And he can't go back. Like when you've got a narcissist who can't be wrong and he won't go back. He won't admit that he's wrong, giving him the captain's armband. So he's got to play him every week. Someone tell me if I'm wrong. I know AFC said it. He said he's agreeing with, and I'm agreeing with him about Odegaard at the minute. But is there anybody else in the chat that's there? What do you rate? How do you rate Odegaard? Do you think he's fell off a cliff? Do you think he had one good season, really? When he got them goals, I think, how many goals was it? About 15 goals. But then he's not lived up to that properly since. Not at all. We did it, semi-final. Now go on and win it, hopefully. Fingers crossed, bro. Fingers crossed. Let's please. We've already beat PSG. I know they're a better team than what they were when we beat them in the league phase of the Champions League. But I know they knocked Liverpool out, didn't they? And I know they're a great team. They've got Dembele. They've got that brilliant winger. Cavazzi, well, I can't say his name either. I'm shit at names. But you know what I mean. He's like, I think he's, what is he, Kazakhstanian or something like that. It sounds like that. His name Russian, that sort of way. But what's a player, what's a winger he is. And, you know, they've got a great side, PSG. But look how we dealt with Real Madrid. They've got a must. They're brilliant as well at the Bernabéu, at their stadium. Look how we dealt with them. If we could deal with them, if we could deal with Man City, I know Man City ain't as good as they were the last 4 years this season, but we dealt with them with 10 men defensively. We've dealt with Real Madrid. Mate, I think we can go all the way. I'm starting to think we can go all the way. I really am. Yeah, not going to DXI saying they fell off. Odegaard's fell off. Yeah, absolutely. James is backing him. Odegaard will come good. Not for me, mate. I think I've seen enough of him. I've seen enough of him, bro. Honestly. Real Madrid are so funny and shit. DXR, Mbappe must be learning Arab apology customs, bro. Wants to go back to PSG. Oh, okay. You think he wants to go back to PSG? And back, or what's that? Like Paul Merson. Yeah, I love Paul Merson, mate. Paul Merson's a legend. He's a Chelsea fan, believe it or not. But he's an Arsenal legend, man. I used to love him at Arsenal. He was brilliant. Same about his demons and, you know, his addictions. But what's a player? He was brilliant. PSG kit suited Mbappe better, to be honest. Yeah. He was brilliant. Well, mind you, he was playing at PSG. Was it Messi was there, Neymar? That was you know, that was some forward line, but they didn't get nowhere, did they? Really, they was shit. You know, Emery was managing them, wasn't he? I think he was. I think Odegaard's having the armband is too much for him. Yeah, absolutely. Who would you give it to? It's Declan Rice, isn't it? Or Gabriel? It's got to be for me. I mean, I think Gabriel might just take, because I like a defender that's a captain. I'm old-fashioned like that, like your Tony Adams, John Terry, you know, Rio Ferdinand. You know, the captain should be your centre-half, your centre-back. But I do like Declan Rice, man. I do. I think he's, you know, he will definitely 100 million% be the next England captain after Harry Kane. If it ain't, there's something wrong with the manager. Surely to God. And I believe that it's, you know, if next season, if we sell Odegaard, for example, he'll have a great shot at being the captain, him and Gabriel. Who's your captain? Put your captains in the chat, guys. I think Odegaard having the, no, I'm only joking. I missed that. I forgot what you were talking about now, DXR, sorry. You know Mbappe fell out with PSG owner badly. Oh, did he? I didn't really follow it, mate. So just made a joke about that. Oh, okay. Okay, bro. Merson was quality. John Collins is saying, wasn't he? He was mustard, mate. I remember the team with Paul Merson, Paul Davies, Perry Groves, Brian Marwood, Tony Adams, Steve Bold, Lee Dixon, Nigel Winterburn, I think David O'Leary, Alan Smith up front, you know, Michael Thomas. Michael Thomas was a midfielder, really, weren't he? There was we had some solid players. We had some solid fucking players, mate. AFC Always is saying Gabriel. Gabriel for DXR. Deckers, James Lau. Jimmy Thomas. It can't be anyone but Rice. Jimmy Thomas is saying it's got to be Declan Rice. Gabriel as well, Jimmy. Gabriel, what a player he is, man. I know we're going to miss him for the rest of the season. He's been our best defender. If there's an argument there. There's another question for you. Another debate. Gabriel or Saliba, centre-half, best defender at the club. Who's the best centre-half? I'm going Gabriel this season. For me, this season was Gabriel. He's had a few, over the years, he's had a few, they called it bozo gene, didn't they? He's had a few little bozo moments. But this season, I think he's been immense. He's scored more headers, you know, from Declan Rice's corners. He's got more goals than Saliba. Saliba made a silly mistake today. I think he's sort of marshalled that defence pretty well, and Kiwior, like, you know, back in Kiwior done well as well today, and I think that's due to Saliba, you know, and Myles Lewis-Skelly even, like, you know, Myles Lewis-Skelly, what composure, what maturity he's shown over the last few weeks, mate. He's unbelievable. You know, being sent off a couple of times, still not letting it get him down, still not letting it get to his head. Keeping his, I mean, he's down to earth. His feet are on the ground. He's got a fantastic future. And don't forget, he was a midfielder. He's only just come back to being a left back. He's filling in. And they can't displace him. Zinchenko, Tierney, Calafiori, when he's fit, can't displace him. He's nailed that left back position in. And he's not even a left back. It's brilliant. Perry Groves, yeah, I mentioned Perry Groves, James. Gabriel's been our best player this season. Yeah, well, he's up there. He's got a chance of being 100%. 100%. Him and Declan Rice, between them, player of the season, man of the season, however you want to say it, it's between Declan Rice and Gabriel, absolutely. Manchester is blue. Do you think Ruben Diaz is captain material? Ruben Diaz. Yeah, defender. That's a good question. I don't know. I'm not 100% on that one, bro. I don't know if he's vocal enough. I mean, when you see Odegaard doing for Arsenal, he's just running around the pitch pointing. Like he point, he go there. He point around. You need to fucking get back. Get up there. Give me the ball. Where are you? Where was you? What are you doing that for? You need someone to bollock the players. Like Tony Adams and Vieira used to do. You know what I mean? That's what you need. Especially Tony Adams. Everyone was scared of Adams. Donkey Adams, everyone was scared of him. I've seen Lee Dixon, I've seen other players talk about Adams. And, you know, if they fuck up, they're fucking shitting themselves going to that dressing room. Not from Jules Graham, the manager at the time, but from Tony, worried about what he was going to say to them. So you need that bit like Roy Keane, you know, that fucking hard man, like you fuck this up and you're banging trouble, mate. That sort of captain, that's what you need, mate. That is what you need. James is saying, for the first time in decades, we finally have a team of individuals willing to play for each other and the manager. It's looking that way, innit? That proves something to me tonight. Listen, that proves something to me tonight, that the players, we are a good side. And it also proves to me tonight as well, if only in the summer we would have bought a proper striker. You know, not an Havertz, a fucking striker, a Gyökeres, an Osimhen, an Isaac, anyone that's a number 9. Can you imagine? We probably would have won the league. We probably would have won the league. And why didn't we get one in January? We would have been up. We would have probably, in all fairness, been snapping at the heels, hanging on to the coattails of Liverpool. We wouldn't have been like 10 points behind, however much we are. We wouldn't have been that far behind. Sorry about that. Do you think goalkeepers should be captains? There has been loads of goalkeeper captains. Peter Schmeichel for Man United. You know, Peter Shilton for England. There have been captains that have. You know, I think even David Seaman for Arsenal was captain for a certain amount of time. I think he might have been a vice captain when Vieira and Adams, and even Henry weren't playing. I'm sure David Seaman was a vice captain and wore the armband a few times. Keepers can be, but I think, you know, at least if it's an outfield player. Like, you can move when the play goes up the pitch. You can move up the pitch with the play, and you can see better. You know, a keeper can see everything, can see the whole pitch, but it's 100 yards long. And we didn't need. I get what you're saying, but we've drew some games in the league, James. Is what I mean. You know, we drew against Brentford and Everton the last 2 games. We've drew and lost some games in the... I think we've drew 14 games this season in the league. We drew 12 when we was invincible. But I think it's about 14. We could have won games like that if we'd have had a striker. Do you know what I'm saying? Tight games. We could have won them. And there's been times when the balls have been fizzed across the box and we ain't had no one in there, or Moreno or another player who's a bit deep, have been too late arriving. And if you've got someone up there, if you've got a proper nine who that's his game, that's all he does. Oh, excuse me. Like an Osimhen and Isaac, you know, Gyökeres, Haaland, you know, a player that is just an out-and-out number 9. You don't need him to do anything else. Like Roy Keane said about Haaland a couple of years ago. It might have been, yeah, it was a couple of years ago when he said he's a League 2 player. The rest of his game, but he's just like, because he can score goals, that's all he can do. And that's all you need someone like that to do. Big, strong, powerful, number 9. Just barges fucking defenders over and gets in between them and scores. Header, left foot, right foot. You know, Harry Kane is not much more to his game. I know he can take a free kick in a corner. I know he's good at dead balls and that, but he's a predator. Like Robbie Fowler. Sorry, Alan Shearer of this world. Ian Wrights. Keep coughing, sorry. Finishers. Deadly players. Agreed, should have done better. But personally, I would still the chance to get a sniff at the Champions. Yeah, we want this Champions League, mate. We've got to win this Champions League now. I think we've got a great chance. Based on them 2 performances last week and this week's against Real Madrid, 15-time champions of Europe. Won it 15 times. We haven't won it once. I think we've got a good chance, but we've got to hope there's no suspensions or injuries leading up to the semis. You know, 3 games. We've got to, you know, we ain't got to even win the 3 games. But we've got the 2 legs in the semi-finals and then the final. I think the final's at Munich's ground, isn't it? Bayern Munich. What happened with them? Bayern Munich. I know there was Inter Milan. It was a bit to and fro. I don't know what the final result was. You think PSG will win it, so you think they'll beat us in the semi-finals? We've already beat them in the group stages. We beat them. I think it was it 2-1 or 2-0? I can't remember. But we did beat them. Yeah, so I think we've got a fantastic chance, mate. I'm not sure what... I think it's the away leg first, is it? Are we going to Paris first? I normally prefer to get the away leg out of the way. I do. I was just seeing the replay of Saka's goal. Wow, what a goal. Brilliant. Drifted in, didn't he? He took it on the right-hand side first, laid it off, drifted in slowly, received the pass, stayed on side, beat the offside trap. I think that was the assist come from Moreno. Was that Moreno? Yeah, Moreno. Yeah, brilliant. Oh, so Inter Milan are through. They beat us in the group stages, Inter Milan, didn't they? 1-0. So, yeah, I mean, who would you rather in the final? I think it's going to be Barcelona and Inter Milan, the other semi then, isn't it? Barcelona are winning there. They should... What was the Barcelona score? Do you know the Barcelona score? Anybody in the chat? PSG and then a tough Inter or rampant Barca. Long way to go still. If we do this, we'll... Listen, do you know what I want? I want Barcelona in the final. I want revenge. What year was that? Was that 2006 or something? Was it 2006? When they beat us in the final? When Lehmann got sent off. Do you remember? Oh, obviously you remember. But was it 2006? What year was that? I fucking can't remember the year. I normally, you know, my brain's just gone to mush. I think it was 2006. think it was. Hopefully I'm right, and I don't look like a complete fool. Do you know what I mean? I'm supposed to know what I'm talking about, and I can't even remember what year we got to the final when Barcelona beat us, and we was 1-0 up, weren't we? It's Sol Campbell. God, my brain's gone. Someone in the chat, help us out. James, come on, man, you know. My brain's gone to shit. What's Arteta saying now? I mean, you got to give him his flowers. Oh, yeah, we've been against him, but wanted him out. Arteta out. Even the right staunch one. 2006, yeah, thank you. I thought it was. Was it Sol Campbell that scored our goal? I think he scored an header, didn't he? We was 1-0 up. Lehman gets sent off, and they nick it. They win it, didn't they? Yeah, that's fucking 20 years ago, mate. 19 years ago. Oh, God. Wow. And we beat Real Madrid that year as well. We beat Real Madrid. Henry scored in that game. I think it was 1-0 at the Bernabéu. At the Bernabéu, yeah. It was we beat them 1-0 at the Bernabéu that year. Tell me if I'm wrong, please. Somebody help us out. I need some Arsenal encyclopedia bods in the chat to help me. I'll just give James. James, I'm going to make you a moderator on my channel, bro, because you're a good friend of the channel. Here you go. James Lau, you're now a standard moderator for my channel. Here you go. You get your award. You got an award there, James. I don't even know what power it gives. It gives you a little bit of power of something. If you see any arseholes in the chat, I think you can put them in timeout or block them or whatever. You got a bit of power on the channel now, bro. But if you don't have to do nothing. I mean, if you don't want it, you don't want it. But I just thought I'd give you that. So I ain't got many. I used to have loads, because I didn't know what I was really doing, and yeah, I had a few people messing around, so I had to take it off of them. But you've got a moderator status. Any other questions in the chat before we go? Don't forget, very soon, by this, James. What do I have to do? No, you don't have to do anything, mate. You don't have to do anything. It's just the moderator. Like, you've got a little spanner by your name. What it gives you the power to do. If you spot anyone being abusive in the chat, you know, sometimes people say you can, and you've got the power to kick them out, or to put them in timeout, or to block them. You've got some power there. I know you don't really care about anything like that, but some people like that sort of stuff. Some people like, just to make you feel a bit important, bro. Just to make you feel a bit important. You are a friend of the channel. And it's your idea about the giveaway as well that I'm going to be doing soon. Anybody that's still listening, there will be a giveaway. You might not even want what the prize is. It's only little fanzine magazines. Maybe next year, when the channel grows a little bit more, I might look into doing some better prizes. But this is just going to be a little free giveaway. I think I might do a quiz. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I mention it every time I'm doing a video and streaming there because it's going to be building up. Towards the end of the season, I'm going to do it. But anyway, enough about that. Anything else you want to ask me about the game before we go? Ha power, yeah. Is there anything else anyone in the chat wants to ask me before I say good night and God bless? 10 to 11 at night. It's getting a bit late. Getting tired now. Anything you want to say? I'll just hang about for a couple more minutes. I can't keep talking because I'm running out of things to say. And I don't want to just sit here like this, staring at the screen. So when I run out of things to say, I I feel like people are getting bored, if you know what I mean. I've seen streamers that just sit and wait and look at the screen and just, you know, wait for people to ask, and they're quite happy to do that. I feel like I'll be boring people if I'm just standing there waiting for someone to say something. So anything to say, couple of minutes, I'll let it go for a couple of minutes, and then I'll say goodnight. But if I get somebody wanting to ask anything, I can answer. And if it goes on longer than 2 minutes, then so be it. But if I don't hear nothing in the next couple of minutes, I'll end the stream and I will be seeing you on the next one. Good night, James. Sweet, mate. Thanks for joining in, bro. Just watching Martinelli's winner as well. Took that well, mate. Brilliant. He should play through the middle. He should play through the middle. He's got the speed. He's got the speed. Gooner to the day I die. Come on, you Gooners. You know it makes sense. Me too, bro. Me too. God bless you. Let's just give it a few more seconds. Just in case. Just in case. There's still 5 people watching. So that I can see here. What does that do? Oh, it gives me a green screen, look. Boss, there's the man of the match. There's the man of the match right behind me. Myles Lewis-Skelly, my man of the match. I didn't realise I could do that. My man of the match. And here's probably... What's this one? Wait a minute. Bang. There's Declan Rice. There's Declan Rice. Oh, look, here's the cheater. Look, here's the diver. Kylian Mbappe. This is good, this green screen thing, isn't it? I just realised I can do it. Oh, that's good. I'll remember that for the next time I do one. I can put the man in the match or whatever in the background. Wow. That's good. So let's just put my guy there. Just to end the stream with. There he is, Myles Lewis-Skelly, man of the match, bro. With that, I'm gonna say goodnight. There's no one's asking anything. Right, listen. All right, I'll see you on the next one. Good night. God bless. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. Laters.